It's a phenomenal one.
New suit.
It's the nicest one I've ever had. It's Viva Las Vegas all over it. It's going to blow you all away. So
can't wait to
tune
see
in
it
there,
then.
What?
I can't wait to see it then.
Oh, man.
Better be nice, kind of. Do you feel bad about calling this guy a p-head or anything like that?
These are friendly insults to me, you know. In the Irish way, we greet each other with an insult. This is the way of the.
So this is the Irish way?
Yeah, it's the way of the Irish. This is how we do things.
It's just a.
Plus, he has a small head again. Facts. He has an unusually small head. Compare his head to my head, and it's half the size. Plus, it's bald, and he has a little goatee. It's weird looking. It looks like a little pea head.
Do you think it might be hard?
The fact. But it's all friendly games to me at the end of the day. Unfortunately, he can't.
You think it might be hard to hit his small head?
Might be a doubt.
I mean, this is a curious card because it seems like that main event right there, that's maybe like the 5th or 6th most compelling fight in this card.
Yeah.
What's the main event of this card?
I mean, the main event is Mighty Mouse, the champion. I'm a big fan of Mighty Mouse. His movement is phenomenal. His technique is fluid. But the people are paying to see me, whether they want to see me.
Yeah, the pay-per-view money, I believe that comes in from Conor.
It's as simple as that. And again, those sweet numbers that I love so much, they never ever lie. So people, whether they like to admit it or not, when the pay-per-view numbers come true, and the UFC brass are not stupid either, they know where the numbers are coming from. They know who's bringing them in. So it's perfect. This is the people's main event.
Conor McGregor versus Jose Aldo. Jose Aldo's been the longtime champ, and he's taken on Chad Mendes. And although I have a video out there with me and Chad Mendes saying we think Chad Mendes is going to beat Jose Aldo, I still want to do the video Conor McGregor versus Jose Aldo. Jose Aldo's been the champ for a long time. You know, he's been the great one. He's been the one that has been the champ for so long, since the WEC, you know, and he's transitioned into UFC. And although he hasn't really excited the masses, he's still the best. And, you know, his record proves it. He's 24-1, and he's beaten a slew of opponents, from Kenny Florian to Chad Mendes to Frankie Edgar to Ricardo Lamas in his last fight. This guy's beaten everybody. You know, remember the big bump he had on Mark Hominick's head when they fought, and you know, he fought a lot of 5-rounders, but he also had some finishes, and one of them was versus Chad Mendes. And I wish you luck, buddy, Chad, going out there to Brazil to fight Jose Aldo. But if you don't turn up the winner, this fight is going to be huge. Everybody wants to see Conor McGregor. Everybody wants to see this guy. And I talked to him. I asked him if he thought he was the most handsome fighter in the UFC back at the pre-scrum at UFC 178, and he didn't say much to me. Didn't look like he was feeling that great. You know, he had drinks earlier in the week, and he had to cut weight, and who knows what had happened in his life, but he just wasn't feeling super upbeat that day, like he is some days, like after he won the fight versus Dustin Poirier. And, you know, that fight, it just seemed weird to me. You know, I thought Dustin Poirier would do a lot better, and after watching thousands of fights, I've never seen a guy get hit on his head, in the back of his head like that, and go straight down. So either Conor McGregor has, you know, the strongest knuckles that I've ever seen, or this was just an awkward fight where Dustin Poirier really failed and really went out there and fought a miserable fight. And, you know, I spoke to Dustin also at the pre-scrum, and I told him he was a better talker, and, you know, whatever. I really thought he was going to put on a good fight, and he just didn't. And I got to say, I'm not a Dustin Poirier fan anymore. I expected a lot more, you know? Anyway, Conor McGregor, his record speaks for itself. This guy has a whole bunch of wins. He's 16-2, and, you know, he hasn't lost to Todd Duffy early on, where he was submitted by a triangle choke. And, you know, they're chanting for Duffy to get into UFC. But, you know, I want to break this fight down. Do you think that Conor McGregor is just going to walk out there and hand it to Jose Aldo? Let me know your opinions in the comments down below. What do you think is going to happen in this fight? You know, do you think that Jose Aldo is just too good for Conor McGregor? Have you been a believer in Conor McGregor? Are you a believer after the Dustin Poirier fight? Well, I certainly am, and I'm a believer, and I feel like Conor McGregor is going to be the next champ. I was a doubter. I thought that he just looked like a striker, and eventually he was going to bite off more than he could chew. But, you know, he fought a 5th-ranked opponent in UFC and went out there and just annihilated the guy. And it's pretty obvious what's going to happen eventually. Eventually, Conor McGregor is going to get the strap. And it's just all too predictable. Conor McGregor is the next champion. And I'm out. And I want to hear your breakdown. I think that Conor McGregor is too fast for him. I don't even know if Jose Aldo can compete with this guy. This guy's too good. He's knocking out people, making them look like chumps. So, like I said, all too predictable. Conor McGregor is the next champ. Peace out, guys. You're going to see people going insane all over the world. A whole island are going to be on their feet screaming for the next few years because Conor McGregor is going to be the champ.